Okay, Sat, just give us a signal.
I guess we're live, guys. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the next episode of Boys Played Well. Here we're going to do a post-match review of Eliminator 1, Sunrisers Hyderabad versus Royal Challengers Bangalore. So let's immediately move the focus on to Vedant Sahai, diehard supporter of RCB, Isala Cup.
Cup namde.
So Vedant, how do you feel, buddy?
I don't know what to say, man. Every year, man, this is the 13th time since the start of the IPL campaign, man. I don't have words, man.
It's almost like as if SRH is built to kick RCB out of the IPL, man. I think this is the fourth time we're doing it.
This is the fourth time in every knockout match RCB and SRH have met. We have never won against SRH.
Sad, what do you have to say about Vedant's dressing attire for the day?
So he's I think he's somehow trying to mimic, I don't know, Vijay Mallya some
Bad boy.
No, I'm wearing
bad boy millionaire at heart.
I'm mourning.
You're mourning the loss of RCB. Well, so Shivam, let's start off with the batting, man. So RCB batted first.
Yeah. Surprising moves at the top, if you ask me. Virat Kohli opening, they dropped Joshua Felipe, and Aaron Finch comes one down.
Also, just before that, right? RCB batting. Warner won the toss, and he's won most of the tosses this time, which is always good. And he elected to bowl first. So that is good. I think he won 8 out of 13 tosses or something like that, which was fantastic. So Kohli and Devdutt opening right hand, left hand, and somehow not working for them at all.
Yeah, like I am not a huge supporter of such a lot of chopping and changing right before like a crucial game. So I'd really like to understand why they'd done what they had, because Aaron Finch had opened for like the first half of the season for RCB. He was not very successful, but just the fact that they got him in, and Kohli is a natural like number 3 batsman. He bats at number 3 in the limited overs format, right? So didn't work out. But yeah, I would like to hear what Vedant has to say about like this move.
Yeah, so after the match, Simon Catnich had mentioned that we do a lot of homework before we finalize the 11. And so they went by the gut instincts. I personally thought Moeen Ali should open with Padikkal because Aaron Finch can be a floater and he has performed as a floater. That, I mean, it's very easy for me to sit over here and say now before, when things are done. But yeah, Shubham, you're right. Chopping at the last moment in an eliminator match, I don't think that was the right move. But I trust Simon Catnich more than I trust myself. So I'm gonna change.
But also, Holder bowling really well. Jason Holder coming into the team has been a blessing for us. Quickly getting the wickets of Captain Kohli and Devdutt. And always a good matchup between RCB and SRH, right? Because SRH has predominantly been a more a bowling fierce team, and RCB in itself, with such wonderful batting, Kohli, De Villiers, Aaron Finch, Devdutt Padikkal coming to the party, is always a more batting dominant side. It's always a good matchup to see, but somehow it didn't click for RCB today as well. Apart from Jason Boulder, as usual, Nattu bowling really well, getting a couple of crucial wickets.
But I think, like if you see at the start of the game, one of the reasons, I mean, with Aaron Finch, I think the scoreboard shows that he probably scored like 32 of 30, which where it looks like he probably fared pretty well in the game. But if you see how I think the first 2-3 overs went, he was dancing on the pitch. Like he wasn't able to get back to ball for with even when just Jason Holder or Sandeep Sharma were bowling. So
we all know that Aaron Finch has problem with the swinging delivery, right? So I think one of his ways to combat that is to just come a little bit down the pitch and then try to play it. But then Sandeep Sharma bowling brilliantly, keeping the wicketkeeper up and bowling to his line.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, let's talk about that. Yeah, go ahead with it.
No, Sandeep Sharma bowls. I mean, his in swing and out swing are like bananas. He swings the ball so much, and Aaron Finch was also he's out of form, so he was like experimenting a lot, just hoping that something clicks.
Something
And
like
he was quite
So, Sandeep Sharma getting the maximum number of wickets, I think, for an Indian player in this IPL in the power play. I think he's after Nokia and Trent Bolt, if I'm not wrong. But then, talking about Natarajan, man, the delivery he bowled to ABD, the Yorker, my God,
not true.
what a ball.
Yeah, given the fact ABD was batting on 50 odd and
Yeah.
well said.
It was like a set ABD, and you know,
The only team who can get run out on a free hit, man. Let's talk about
That was crazy, dude. Crazy.
किधर मारा किधर मारा
Oh my God!
Also,
You're talking about Moeen Ali, right?
Yeah,
Moeen
exactly.
Ali
A lot of hype behind Moeen Ali coming into the team, giving that batting bowling option, but unfortunately,
Anyway, let's
This
talk
one
about.
thing-
though. Nice throw.
Just one thing that would be spoken about a lot and just spoken about preseason also is Virat Kohli, the captain, in RCB. And I remember people like Gautam Gambhir preseason mentioning that nobody else in the history of IPL cricket has been given such a long run as captain without winning a title.
No, Shubham, who do you see then, if not Virat Kohli?
Like if you're looking at it in that way that it has to move on, then like you can obviously start making those investments and start thinking about players who would fit
Yeah.
in as a captain. Say, like for example, I don't know, like you can always get players from other teams or in the auctions if that's your approach. If this is not working out,
Yeah, but first of all, do you agree with the statement like Virat Kohli is
Yeah.
something has to change, right?
I agree with it. Yeah, as a captain, we know what has happened over the past 13 years. So yes, we've reached the playoffs, but we haven't really made it to the final and won the final even once. And also the last two seasons were horrible for us. We had like 6 points on the table in the entire season. So no questioning his batting caliber, but it's also there's a big question mark. If not him, who's going to captain? Because we need somebody with longevity, and AP de Villiers doesn't have a very long career left. Chahal can be mentored by Virat Kohli. Devdutt Padikkal too young to be pushed into captaincy, so I'm not really sure.
yeah, guys, I know this argument keeps coming up more often than not, but let's look at it on the other side, right? The last two seasons were very bad for RCB, agreed, but this season was much better. And Virat says that even in the team that he's really had a positive intent this time from the team as well. Like players like Devdutt Padikkal and Washington Sundar coming and bowling, and Mohammad Siraj bowling really well. Yuzi as usual doing really well. ABD, Aaron Finch performing once in a while. Finch, but uh, as you said, right, Vedant, if not Virat, then who? Next IPL, two new teams might come in. And if Virat Kohli is not given the captaincy in any one of the IPL teams, he's going to probably be picked by another side, and then Bangalore will be left again, not even making it to the playoffs. I can, yeah, definitely Virat has to be in the team for sure, at least based on his pure batting talent. Come on, he's the best batsman in the world. He definitely has to be in the team. But would he be willing to be in a team if he's not the captain? Come on, he's the India team captain. He's the
I think
India
it's up to him.
ODI Test captain. So it's at this time I would say Virat is as good as a coach for RCB.
I think
Yeah.
for them, it's up to Kohli if he wants to be the captain or not. It's more than because I think if he's fine with not being the captain, that's totally fine. Because there've been players in the past who were the
Gautam
legend. Yeah, exactly.
Middle of the IPL. Unprofessional. but okay, let's move on from that. An interesting fact in this game is that Moin Ali, Shivam Dubey, and Washington Sundar, three of them scored 13 runs together in 20 balls. And Navdeep Saini and Siraj are not out and they have scored 19 runs from 15 balls. Both scored a boundary each.
Yeah. But let's talk about, on Monish's lines about SRH's batting. Goswami opened for the first time in the season. What's your thoughts on that?
I think Goswami was more of like a stopgap for Riddhiman Saha having the hamstring injury. So good to see because he won us a game in the previous IPL, but unfortunately it didn't click today. Getting caught behind the beautiful ball from Mohammad Siraj, similar to how Warner got out as well, a ball coming into Warner. So yeah, that was a little sad to see in the very beginning, but the way Manish Pandey stood up and gave a little support in the middle order, and then our man Kane.
What a player.
Kane Williamson just coming in, and then man, when he needs to score the runs, he scores the runs. When he wants to give a stand and support the other player, he does that. Such a multi-talented player.
And always in control of the game.
Always in control. And Jason Holder supported him so well. It was so nice to see that.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, Priyam Garg didn't click this match, but yeah, man, credit to how Zampa was bowling.
Yeah, Zampa was a pretty good pick this game. Also, he had some really nice figures too, I think, for...
Man, why were you guys bowling with 4 frontline spinners, man?
So, I don't know the answer, but my guess is that it was not a fast bowler's pitch. It was more of a slow pitch. And it wasn't Sharjah. So, a big crowd and a slow pitch. So, why not bring some more spinners in? But it didn't work out anyway. So,
I think. No, but I mean, if you look at Zampa, he did what, 12? He gave away 12 runs for 4 overs and took a wicket. So,
3 runs for over 1. Wow.
Moin Ali just bowled 1 over. FYI.
Yeah.
Moin Ali didn't pay out, dude, like with the bat or the ball. Yeah.
But still, I think the reason for the 4 spinners was that I think they were banking a lot on winning the toss. Rather than having a more balanced side, they went spin heavy. They wanted to win the toss and they wanted to bowl first. So limit them to a lower total and then try to get SRH out before. But it was a very low total, man. 131, I think. Going in, SRH was very confident, but then there were some scares toward the very end. In the last over as well, we thought that match could have gone either way. Then just Jason Holder coming in and then...
Before Holder, I think RCB had an outside charge, but once Holder came, even Virat Kohli kind of gave up. It's like...
Also, you say on one side there's the captaincy deficit, and here we have captaincy overflowing, like at least in terms of international captains and
exactly.
People just know the situation so well.
David Warner, Jason Holder, Kane Williamson. I wouldn't be surprised even if Mohammad Nabi becomes the captain.
Isn't Rashid Khan the captain? Rashid Khan is the captain of Afghanistan.
Rashid Khan is the captain of Afghanistan.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. Cool.
Yeah, can you send one captain to us? Can you send one captain to us?
Sorry. Except David Warner, Kane Williamson, and Rashid Khan, you ask someone else. We'll try to see in the
Jason Holder. Give us Holder. I don't mind.
Okay, for ABD, take it. ABD will get the wicketkeeper option also. Not that we have any dearth in that area, but it was a good game. Close, but
like actually for me, honestly, like I feel like our campaign has been successful. For us, I was like, okay, reaching the playoffs would be good, given with all the injuries, but reaching the playoffs and then knocking out RCB, I think we've, like for me, even if we lose the next game, I don't care, man. Like we've got it. So like, you know, I'm happy. I'm happy with the season.
I feel like just how there's this massive rivalry between Mumbai Indians and Chennai, right? There's a huge rivalry between RCB and Sunrise Hyderabad.
No, I disagree. Every
No.
time we play SRH, we lose. So there is no rivalry.
Oh, but you remember
No.
the time when Dale Steyn was knocked out of the park by ABD?
One match.
No, bro. From then it started, and then it's not been only like that, right? In the second IPL, in the 2009 edition of IPL, it was Anil Kumble versus Adam Gilchrist in the finals.
Yeah.
That was
Right
always
now,
coming along.
yeah.
No, but also I don't know about you guys, but for me, RCB and SRH has always been like a very like a special game. Given that like so I was because I mean I studied in Karnataka, right, for engineering. So
Right.
like we would
Yeah.
have a room full of like these people who were
yeah.
supporting Bangalore, and then like we would be, and at that time our team was also like all like a team of just underdogs 2016 if you see. So so yeah, so that's why I mean for me it's extra special whenever we beat RCB. I'm really
Nice.
happy.
Sat flexing his graduate game. Come on, Sat, give a shout out.
Oh, just Manipal, Yo, all the Manipal boys and girls watching. Go SRH.
Awesome. Guys, what do you think? Any closing comments?
Yeah, just a rundown. What do you think the next game will be?
SRH
Uh,
and
SRH in Delhi.
so
It's
since
a question for Vedant only because I know where Monish and
We are
Satvik
going to support SRH all the way, man. Orange
All the
Army,
way, man.
go.
Orange
Let's
Army.
go
Yeah.
all the way. What a
So-
comeback. We rose from the ashes like a phoenix. Last 4 games we won on the trot. Last 3 games. Let's go.
And there are teams that crashed out losing 4 or 5
And
games.
guys, remember this: the last 3 games that we won in the playoffs were against the top 3 in the table: Mumbai Indians, Delhi Capitals, and RCB, and we knocked RCB out. So we won 4 games on the trot. 2 more to go. Let's go.
just to get back to your question, Shubham, SRH ने RCB को हराया तो अभी मैं I'm not very happy. So
Right.
obviously I'll be supporting DC and SRH in the next match.
Yeah, I think I'll join you too, just to maintain balance and not make it one-sided.
All right, everyone. So that brings us to the end of this episode. Thank you all for watching. Catch you guys on the next one.
Yep. Bye.
Peace.